Hello everyone, this is Bytesauce and welcome to episode 21 of Feed the Beast Unleashed. And what the heck is this thing? Ooh, it's a chestnut tree. Nice. So I've laid out a new pattern for another multi-farm, but this time it's going to be a manual multi-farm. So I'm just crafting up the rest of the farm bricks. So I need a hatch like that, and a valve. Like that. And the other thing I also need is, because it's a manual farm, I need to change something inside the farm itself. So I need to come down to my carpenter, get the one that's filled with wood, move all this and say 3 gold and 6 redstone will get me one of these things, which is an intricate circuit, and I'm also going to need a soldering iron. So I'm going to craft that up. I also need a accuracy accumulator, and then I shall come back. Now, what I want to do with this soldering iron and intricate circuit is, if I give the soldering iron a click, it comes up with this. Now what you want to do is, I've grabbed 4 copper electron tubes, and if I switch this to manual farms, throw them in, as you can see it says orchard, orchard, orchard and orchard. Now you want to put the electron tubes in before you put this circuit in, otherwise it will instantly apply one of them, and obviously you don't want to do that. So when you throw that in, crafts it up, and now it says manual farm, orchard, 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 orchard. And then simply click that into here, and it'll all change this into orchards. Ta-da, magic. So this this farm still needs fertilizer, and it'll still need power, but all it'll do, instead of chopping the trees down, it'll just pick the fruit off. So as I showed at the start, I did actually go all the way past walnut trees and ended up getting chestnut trees during the time it took me to get the what's it called going, the Thorncraft room. So with a manual farm, it's pretty much as it says, it's a manual farm. So you have to actually place down your own dirt, and you have to grow your own trees. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm gonna lay down all this dirt, and then I'm gonna put some trees down and grow them, and I'll come back. Okay, so I've set everything up. I've run a gold pipe from, it's basically attached to this basic logistics, runs all the way along here, and I've got the same kind of setup here. Now I need to throw a logistics pipe on, not logistics, what are these called? Oh, Darker Gate, that's the one. Set it to the normal settings, and then I need to set this pipe up here, which is a supplier pipe, to supply fertilizer. Simple. And then if I just throw this in here, oop, wrong one, there we go, then this should eventually activate. Have I turned this on? Yes, I have. Oh yeah, I've also added a tesseract here to provide it power. And there we go, it should be collecting chestnuts when it needs to. I actually managed to get all these trees in this one space. It's actually quite a task to do. It's if you go to Tetris, yeah, this is your game. Anyway, so I've done all that. Now I need to do something with the chestnuts. Now luckily I've gathered a couple from the tree I planted outside my house, so I can use these to allocate pipes and whatnot. So I'm going to grab some stuff, and then I'll set the rest up. Okay, so finally all we need to do is change this pipe here to, rather than keeping seed stocked, keep chestnut stocked. So let's say 16 of these. There we go. And then we need to add a logistics chassis pipe onto here, and then put the extractor module in. And the reason we need this is because when you squeeze chestnuts, I don't know what the chance of it happening is, but you occasionally create mulch. So I need to extract that out, otherwise it would clog up, and then I wouldn't be creating seed oil for very long. So that's basically all I needed to do. So that's should, let's see if this creates mulch. Nope. Okay then. So that should start to create us a lot more seed oil. I've already got 46 buckets actually. It's not bad. And as you can see, I've created a new tank. Now that's for something else. So I'm gonna set myself up for that, and then I'll show you what it's for. Okay, so the reason I've been gathering up royal jelly and pollen is, some of you might have guessed, I need to make center paneling. Now this requires beeswax, which you get quite a lot of, pollen, royal jelly, and then just normal planks, and that creates one paneling. But to actually create it, you need a carpenter with honey in it, and it needs to be liquid honey. So I need to set up a system to turn any of my honey drops into liquid honey so I can use it. So to do that, I need to basically process combs into honey drops, and then I need to squeeze the honey drops into the liquid honey and then store it in my tank. Now the reason I made it blue is because I've got orange here, yellow here, and I ran out of colours, and I quite like blue, so there we go. So I need to gather up some stuff so I can automate the centrifuge, and I also need to get the squeezer going and whatnot, so I'm going to get them items and then I'll come back and show you it. Okay, so I'm down here in my processing bit, the bit that creates all my liquids and whatnot, and I'm just going to throw down over here a new centrifuge. And the reason I want to do that is because I want to add a hopper, and to keep it all tidy outside, I don't really want it to be displayed. Now, what should happen is when these are thrown in, they come down here. So this is just acting as a buffer, like a hopper should. And if we just grab all that out, then what we want to do is we want to add a basic logistics pipe to the top, like so, and then connect this up to this system. So if I just add a bit of gold pipe, then that should connect quite quickly. And then give it a wrench and tell it that it can send down dripping combs and stringy combs, and obviously any other combs that we get, we can add to the list when we need to. And that way, any combs that enter the system should go down into here. Now we do still need to extract them from the bee room, which I'll do at a later stage. But once they're into the system, they should come down here and get processed. Now, all we need to do then is some way of pulling them out, which is easy enough, just have an extractor module. And then after that, we need to sort out the, what are they called? The honey drops from that, and that was weird. Never seen that done before. And send them to here. So basically tell this to keep stocked 32. There you go. And then connect this up, which is easy enough. All the way along here into there. Now this is going to need to be a basic logistics because it's a junction. All sorted. Now we obviously need to get the liquid out, so same system as this. I did actually break this pipe so the seed oil would stay in, and I've already connected this up to this tank here, so I just need to run this liquid duct down here and connect it to the squeezer, and that's it basically. I actually forgot that I need to provide this with power. That would be helpful. I also need to provide the centrifuge with power, so yeah, don't forget to do that. It doesn't need power to run, so I'll just do that now very quickly, and there we go. Everything should run fine. The honey's already been squeezed and sent into the tank. So it's been stored into here. Cool. Right, on to the next thing. Now for the time being, everything's fine going where it is, but eventually I'm going to want to set this up to keep stocked some of the honey drops, because I don't want to process them all, otherwise I won't be able to use my treealizer and realizer, and that would be a bit of a problem, especially if I want to continue breeding bees. So that's just like a quick note just to add that. I'm going to sleep through the night, and then I'm going to extract the combs. So all I've done is where this this pipe is that sends anything down. Used to send it up to the chest, which I've actually moved to the back here. Just grab them pipes. The pipe now runs all the way down here and up into there, and eventually gets to where my trees are attached. So if I just quickly run over here, and you can see the pipe basically leads down here and attaches there, and that way anything that comes into here, it'll be sent down the default route, which is eventually down there, and go into the applied logistics system. Now I'm going to need to upgrade the storage for this because I am running out of types of things to keep in here, but I can do that another time, so that's fine. So that's all the liquid honey sorted. Right, on to the next thing. Now I've just spotted that when you squeeze honey you get propolis, which basically the same as this, just add a chassis pipe and an extractor module, and then hopefully, yep, there you go. Just connect that up and it should pull it out eventually. It'll pull it out at a reasonably slow rate, but it doesn't really matter. It can't produce that much propolis, hopefully. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so the final thing I want to do this episode is currently I'm producing a lot more saplings, wood, leather, dirt pretty much, mulch, and well, I don't know, wheat probably. Like, these things I just don't need this many of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a way to not so much delete them, but destroy them in a useful way. There we go. That's the best way I can describe it. So I'll tell you what. For now, I'll just do these 5 because I've only got 5 of these, and I can do any of the ones that I don't need. So what I'm going to do is run down here where this is. Now this is a ME condenser, and what it does is it destroys things that are sent into it, but it also does other things. So if we pick this up and we break this off and this off, which was our cobblestone, I need to grab one of them. Let's grab a piece of cobble quick. Where are you? There you are. And run back down. What I need to do is if I throw this on here, I might need some cable, but what I want to do is add the precision bus. Oh, I need to upgrade these to precision buses, but I can do that. No, that's not working. Let's have another go. Ta-da! Simple solution. Right, so each one of these I want to let's see, set up this, and then if I say to this export upload saplings by the stack when it's got a signal emitted. If I quickly turn this off, and then I say I want to keep, oh, I don't know, 10,000 stocked. So 10,000, and then emit when it's above. So right now it's emitting, and then before it destroys everything, I'm going to throw this storage cluster into here and change this to, oh, I've already got one matable. ME condenser. It wants to condense into singularities. Now you need 256,000 items to create one singularity, and for it to be useful you actually need 2. So I need to set it up to destroy it as much as I can but keep what I need. So I'm going to do this with the rest of the stuff, and then hopefully I should be creating singularities pretty fast. So I'm going to do that. Back in a bit. So there we go. We've got just less than 5,000 dirt, less than 5,000 leather, mulch. We also set up saplings to be less than 10,000, but I forgot to actually set the bus, so it was just exporting as much as it could. I eventually caught it and stopped it, and less than 10,000 wood as well. So actually it's a very messy system, but it works. So this is the system as it is. It's just cables everywhere, and we actually managed to destroy 28,500 items just setting that up. Now that'll keep ticking over whenever the limits go above, and it'll never destroy anything below, and then eventually we'll get a singularity. But that's it for episode 21 of Feed the Beast Unleashed. New episodes every Monday and Thursday. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, and I will see you later.